Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'll be teaching y'all how to install Virtualbox and make your first virtual machine. So as you can see here, I have Chrome and I'm gonna search for virtualbox.org. If I'm not wrong, this should be the exact website. Okay, now I am here at Oracle VirtualBox official's website, and since I'm using Mac OS, I'm gonna go under downloads and I'm gonna choose OS X host. If you're using Windows, choose Windows host, and if you're using Linux, choose Linux host. But if you're using Oracle Solaris, it also has support for that down below. But now we're just gonna click on OS X host, and as you can see at the bottom, it is already downloading the DMG file. If you do not know what's a DMG file, it is a type of installer that Mac OS uses. So yeah, now while we wait for this to download, I'm just gonna go, and you guys also should go and check whether you have your operating system files. I have here my operating system files, which here, and as you can see here, I have a lot of ISOs to use. I got a lot, but today I will probably be doing Kali Linux maybe, or Ubuntu, because Ubuntu is more standardized. So yeah, we'll wait for this to install finish. Okay, I'm gonna go through the installer with you. It might not be that easy, so yeah. Okay, I'm gonna open VirtualBox here. Yeah, we can just let this, give it a moment, and it's gonna check for everything. Then as you can see here, we have the VirtualBox PG, and if you double click on it, it will open up the installer. Okay, we are allowed it to be determined. We're gonna continue. We're just gonna choose it there, and it needs my password, but I already have it installed, so I'm not gonna install it here. But if you're using Mac OS, do this. If you're not, remember you can always download the Linux host or Windows host, or even the Solaris one. But yeah, so as you can see here, I already have VirtualBox. We're just gonna click on it, wait for it to launch. Not gonna take that long, but yeah, it launched on the other screen. We are gonna start. When you launch in here, this all should be empty. Okay, these are my past projects. You should click new, and then new, for example, you're using Windows 10, but like I said, I already be using a Ubuntu example. So yeah, Ubuntu Linux. See, it auto detects. If it didn't, you have to go and change it yourself. Change it here as well. Okay, you're gonna press continue. You can change the amount of RAM. I'm gonna always do with my 8 gigs, and gonna press continue. We're gonna use a 64 gig because 10 gigs is never enough. I'm gonna change this to 64. Okay, then you're gonna create it. Okay, now we are gonna click here. Let's choose this image. It's already here because they recognize that I'm using my operating systems folder. So I come here, you see Ubuntu desktop. This is 21.04. We're just gonna click on it, and like this we can start. But before we start, let me just remind you, let me just pop off the machine. Don't mind the low resolution, I turned it down. But yeah, we're gonna power it off first because I remember to state 16 megabytes of video memory is enough, but we're just gonna pump this up to 256 just in case you ever need more. And if you ever need to do USB pass-through, I've already taught it before in another video, but this is a starter guide, so I'm gonna go through that as well. Firstly, you always need your USB stick. You go plug it into your computer. Okay, just plug it in. Okay, let me just eject the VirtualBox drive first. Okay, so you can see here, my untitled drive is here. To pass it through, we are just gonna set Ubuntu up first. We're gonna do Ubuntu here. This way it will put into a live environment. Then I can show you the pass through, how it works. So yeah, we are just gonna make this full screen, and it should load in real quick. This is 800 view. We're gonna scale this up to 200. But yeah, okay. Now we are gonna wait for Ubuntu to load. Then we can do USB pass through. It is not that difficult really, but it might take a while when you first start doing it. Okay, so you can see here we have loaded into Ubuntu. The background is a hippopotamus, but okay, that's a nice startup sound. We're just gonna try Ubuntu. We are not really gonna install it since I'm just gonna show you how USB pass-through works on this. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, if you guys really want to use a virtual machine, always install it. Don't use the try unless you just want to try it, then sure. Okay, now we are into Ubuntu. We can move up for Apple users, but if you're for macOS users, if you're not, you can exit full screen. Okay, see this at the bottom, this USB sign, you click generic flash, or if you're using an Apple, you can just move up and you choose here, generic flash drive or flash disk. You see it says here ejected untitled without doing anything, but yeah. Okay, it's been passed through. You can see here, I have my files in it, obviously. Yeah, there's not much files, but yeah, these are some of the files inside, and that's how you do a USB pass through. And yeah, starting up your first virtual machine is not hard. If you're a bit worried and need more help or advice, I'll be happy to reply to your comments down below in the comment section. But yeah, this is mostly it for today's video. If you guys like it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.